people like help me RNG. They like watching my raids on stream and shit like that. Just to make sure they know who I'm raiding with. Party hub is gonna be RNG4. If you don't know what party hub is, speak up now. Okay, I need to pull up a script because it has been forever ago. So allow me to find one. One sec. Okay, so we're all in the party hub. We're doing a gear check. We're looking for BGS, Chally, and Claws. We are checking if anyone has experience. Does anyone not have experience? We're gonna make a party or apply to the party on the board. Inferno Casey's a mage, so he's gonna start. Then technically the North Freeze or melee freeze is going to be Newt. You apply next on the board. And then I am the ranger, because that is what my brain autopilots to after doing that for 3000 KC. So I'll apply, and then it's gonna be the melee DPS, who is Camp. Now, because Camp and Newt are both learners, I'm actually gonna have them duplicate freezing. So both of you are gonna North Freeze at Maiden, and then you're gonna swap to your proper roles at Nylo's. Who has what experience? Everyone has P2 experience, right? Camp, I don't remember if you lived through P2 in your first raid. You want to get tile markers. It's going to be tile packs, TILE space PACKS. You can get that in Plugin Hub, and then you'll have to configure it by clicking the green square and turning all the ToB rooms. Go ahead and do that if you haven't. In your chugging barrel, make sure you have proper pre-pots. You want to be on Ancient Spellbook. Both Newt and Camp, go ahead and try to Ice Barrage me. It should say you can't attack other players in the wilderness. That's what we want to see. Make sure your runes have ancient runes, yeah. Blowpipe, staff, whip, scythe. Make sure they all have charges. You don't have a scythe, but check everything. Make sure you don't run out. Okay, so prior to Maiden, you're going to drop 2 potions before the red gate. We have talked about roles. If you look at Mentor Chat, there is a picture of the red crabs. Once again, I think I will tag Camp because I think he wasn't there yet. Copy link. There you go. You can see the picture of the red crabs here. So have that open. As a North Freeze, you're gonna focus on insta-freezing N1, N2, N3, N4. The reason I feel like it's more intuitive is you just freeze it instantly from the closest crab to the boss to the furthest out one. Now, sometimes though, a crab may be missing because you only get 2 crabs per player and we don't have a 5-man, we have a 4-man. People like 4-mans better than 5s, so it's okay, but you know, 2 crabs could be missing and it could be N1 or it could be N2 that's missing. If N1 or N2 is missing, then just placeholder it in your mind and stall so that 3s and 4s still get frozen as if the N2 had been there. Well, they're already freezing N1 and N2, N3, and 4. I don't really need safety. I want them to learn. You can get S124 if you want. You don't have to just get S12. You can get S124. You can't get S3 if you delay S2. Yeah, but then it's not safe because just do S124. Yeah, just do 124 and delay it. If you see that they're about to miss, but they would both have to miss, right? That's a little surprising. Whatever, I'm de-resting, so it is what it is. If they both missed, then it was my fault. Bad mentor call out. Alright, so you guys are going to move 3 tiles every time Maiden spins. And occasionally she has a chance of throwing out a blood attack when she moves. In the future, you don't have to move every time. It's only when she throws a blood attack that matters. But as you're learning, go do that first. There's going to be blood spawns. Those are tomatoes. They roam around. You want to avoid them. You don't really have to freeze and blowpipe them or hit them. Just let them be. Just stay away from them. So how do we freeze? So once again, before 70s, 50s, and 30s, 3 to 5% before 70s and 50s and 30s, you're going to take out your trident, augury off, or augury on. Your boots should be off, right? So after you Dragon Warhammer or BGS Maiden, your boots should be off already because there's no more melee in that. Maiden is going to be predominantly range for you. And then 3 to 5% before 70s, 50s, and 30s, you're going to switch to your trident. You can try that now. Full mage gear, augury on, and then you don't have to actually click augury, but you would just do a mage swap. And then you would click ice barrage and hover over where the crab is going to spawn. Now, some people like to auto cast it. I'm still a manual caster, so I'm just telling you how I do it. But if you want auto cast, that's fine. I'm still a manual caster, so I ice barrage, click spellbook, and then I hover over where it's gonna pop off, where the crab is gonna spawn. So how do you tell you if your crab didn't spawn? Well, again, look at the sewer grates, because if you look at that picture, they line up with the sewer grates. For 3s and 4s, assuming 1 or 2 doesn't spawn, you need to wait till they reach the clump zone. Exactly where Inferno KC is freezing everything, I want you to freeze the 3s and 4s in the same place. Okay? So, once again, this is just for me, but once you're going to go in and defense reduction spec, you're going to remove those boots. Okay, does everyone feel comfortable with Maiden? After 30s, we're just going to freeze and ignore the bloods, and you really only have to freeze them if they're in the way. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about them. You guys good? Any questions? If you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, type in R.
Just to make sure, the first, if we miss, I mean, we double freeze, yeah, but if we miss N2, what generally we should do?
If you miss N2, if you're missing N2, wait, hang on. There's 2 questions. Do you mean that N2 was missing as a spawn, or do you mean that you were late and you freaked out and you just missed N2 and it walked into the Maiden at full HP?
No, just failed to freeze, hit a 0.
You failed to freeze because you splashed?
Yes.
You shouldn't splash. If you have boots off, augury on, trident out, and you're not drained, you won't splash. It's impossible. It's 100% freeze rate if you do it correctly. But let's just say you're learners and you mess up. There's just reset mentally and wait for 3s and 4s to reach the clump zone. The clump zone will be indicated inside. Usually the tile pack shows like a 2x2 square right in front of Maiden. That's the clump zone. That's where all the crabs converge from the north and south side. So you want to make sure that you're not panic freezing 3s and 4s too early. Just wait for them to freeze right there. Is that good? Did I answer the question? I am super rusty. I've not been teaching like actively. I used to teach like every day for 10 hours a day. I don't really do that right now. But we could do it. Yeah, I think we're potting. Let's get a show on the road. Yes, Newt, that is correct. The question was, so spec, remove boots and ranged Maiden after that? Yes. And then 3 to 5% before 70s, 50s, 30s, you're going to get ready to freeze. Don't you Ralos? I mean, you can do whatever you want. I think mages sometimes Ralos. Okay, like yeah, I don't ask the helpers. I ask nothing of the helpers or mentors. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so mage starts it. Yeah, click the red door. Spam click the red door. Mage starts it. Okay, we're starting. Get ready for 70s. Turning my sounds back on. There we go. Alright, so that time N2 leaked with 100% HP. So make sure you're freezing N2. Get ready for 50s. Wait for 3s and 4s to reach the clump zone. Get ready for 30s. That is an S2 Inferno, so you should freeze that in the clump zone as well. That way I don't have to get off, but... After you freeze, you need to hit this with a blowpipe. So, yeah, there won't be any more 30s. So once again, after you freeze your singles, make sure you hit them with a blowpipe. Everyone else come in and kind of take over tanking. She will aggro the person closest to that corner. So just hug that corner and just move side to side. Alright, sweet. Pot, divine if you have it. Learners probably don't have a divine, but some do. You try to get that before your HP regenerates. Yeah, I understand. That's all good. You have South 3s, so it's fine. It's not... South 3s is not a tick perfect thing. Okay. So here, wait, here, wait, don't go in. One person is always supposed to have a BGS, and they're running, indicated by this. So if someone like this runs in, that means they want to go first, so let them. I don't know why it was me, but apparently it's me.
Madam?
What? Just one person, it's just a way to indicate it without having to speak. And you'll usually see someone run in with a BGS, like... This is called a bowflick. Sorry, this is called a backshot. Bowflick was at Maiden. That's called a backshot. You might see some people doing that for fun. Put on your salve. Come on this side. Okay, run away. Eat. Sorry, I made you run through Bloat because I was late on that call out, but like I said, a little rusty. Come through, eat and run. Eat and run. Oh, my bad. Keep running. Just eat and run. Just keep going. if you're continually okay, hang on. So something to talk about here. If you're continually flying the team, you should go the other way. So reverse direction, because otherwise you just drag the flies onto the team continuously.
Okay.
And that's what happened there. Like, don't keep flying the team. A couple things that I should explain. In Bloat, you want to wear your salve. He's undead, so it gives you more damage. You want to eat an anglerfish before you come into the barrier. If you have no anglerfish, you should drop your potions. When do you spec? You're supposed to dump claws on the second down with learner raids so that you can guarantee that he's above like 60 HP for walking. But you can just lead off with a chally. I feel like that's pretty common still. Unless you have surge potions. If you have surge potions, I recommend you make them. Okay. I recommend you make them. Okay, sorry, it's distracting me. I'm reading what he's saying. So if you have surge potions, I recommend you make them and then just dump claws with surge pots as you have spec. But if you lead off with a chally, I still feel like that's a good start because the chally bleed will give you like more distance. Like you can execute it from as you run in. So I'd probably chally lead. And then if you don't have surge pots, you can just get like 5 whip hits in, foresight hits in, and then step away and chally. But if you do have surge pots, you can kind of mix it up and maybe send in some claws earlier. The surge pot gives you some spec regen back. Basically, in this, you super combat, prey range, and piety. There are 2 sides to attacking bloat. I didn't get to go over that. So when you're attacking bloat, make sure that you're on the side closest to a safe corner. So I'll ping it and point it out on this next down. Also, if you haven't already, I would tag him. So this is, well, this one's hard to tell, but these are almost equal here. That was not a great example. But I would have gone here just because it's closer to the safe corner. This doesn't feel very safe, and I feel like you get flied more there. But we'll see if the next down is a better example here. All right, this is kind of a good example, I guess. Actually, it's still a pretty bad example. It's still a corner situation. For me, whenever there's corner situations where it's equally likely, equal distance, I just choose the backside because I know he's going to run. He's going to walk this way, so I'm going to go to the backside. But there's always like a good side and a bad side for Bloat. Here he stomped, so he was going to do heavy damage. So when your screen shakes, if you're in stomp distance, you just click a food. That's what he did. That's why he didn't die. You can hit up to 80 on a stomp, so if your screen shakes, just eat. Alright, this is a better example. So here, that's the dangerous side. Technically, this would be the safe side, but he's going to kill it anyway. Do you know why this is the safe side? It's because it's fewer tiles to the safe corner. Does anyone have questions with that, or did that make sense? Okay, here you're going to drop your salve. Dude, I'm still in, like, melee freeze gear. Yikes. I'll switch to range gear next time, but yeah, what a weird thing to be ranging in. Okay, whatever. So you're gonna drop your salve, and then you're gonna buy, like, 1 hard food or something. Should be good. If you're low on prayer, then you can buy another one, but... Alright, on to the next. Here at Nylo's, we have roles already. I believe Camp was the melee DPS, and Newt is the melee freeze. So melee DPS is going to hug west side, which is this side, because the room's upside down. and then Newt is gonna hug this side. So you're just gonna take out your melee weapon. The best one is sulfur blades, but for now it's okay if you have whips. But sulfur blade is better. Dual macas is cool too, because they roll twice on accuracy. What else? So you want to reduce downtime as much as possible. So always be hitting something. If there's no more melees on your side, use a trident and make a one-way swap. If you're not the ranger, you never range, and if you're not the ice barrager, you never barrage. You want to focus on aggros, then smalls, then bigs. So aggros are the aggressive ones that come and bite you in the middle, then the smalls, then the bigs. Combat prayers and potions, those are important. Want to get those up the entire time. So if you're meleeing, that's piety, and you're super combated as well. Finally, when you have the boss come down after 31 waves, make sure you prioritize your prayers before your gear. Cool? Any questions? Oh, plugins. Grab Nyloer. That's a good one. Also grab Nylo Death Indicator. Is that what it's called? Going off memory here. Hang on. Yeah, Nylo Death Indicators and Nyloer. And then when you install Nyloer, you're going to have a little N icon to the right. Go ahead and click on that. And just leave it open during Nylos. Oh, Nyloer also has to be configured. So go to the settings in Nyloer. You don't need to show the Nylocus symbol. It's quite obvious based on the color, but you do want to show the Nylocus wave. We want the wave number. I believe that's the only thing that needs to be configured there. And then just go have Nyloer on. Cool? Okay. Spam click the gate, but do not enter, as I will start it, I guess. Cool. There's a certain tick that we start the room on. That is a different plugin. I don't even have a proper range setup because I took a melee freeze mentor setup. Sad. Okay, whatever. That means I have no chins, but I'll get them next time. I guess that means I'm losing all my darts too. Nice. So normally I would chin these, but it's gonna be a blowpipe angle here. Freeze your 11s as they're coming in. That is the mage. He already knows how to play the game. I don't need to say that. Get your doubles for 12s. If you had a scythe, you would, but you have whips, so I don't need to say that either. Alright, whatever. Carry on. Hit the aggros first, then the smalls, then the bigs. So many darts. I'm really paying for this. But you know, the first 600 KC I did on this with the quiver, I didn't even have it collecting darts, so I guess. Guess this is bringing back memories. You can pray defensively if you experience a lot of like pressure here in melee wave. You can just pray against melee and then pray against mage wave after. It's really just these two waves that have a little bit of pressure. But if you're good with aggros and you keep the room clean, you won't have to worry about it too much. Here you just take a look around. In a learner raid, you'll be ice barraging a lot more, but here you have two experienced players, so you don't have to do it as much. If I was chinning, I would have gotten those 30s and the upcoming 31s. I don't have chins right now, awkward. Take that 29 off, please. The southeast pillar. Take that 29 off, please. Thank you. Just look around for low pillars. Use your eyes. Take everything off that's low. Usually you prioritize, like, if you have Nylo where you can see 30, 31, you can dim out certain waves later. We don't have to go through that now, but there's a dimmer effect that you can use. Claw here, melee. So Inferno KC is probably low on food, which is why he's standing underneath the boss and only coming out for melee. That is a tactic you can use. You may miss some hits doing that, but if you're low on food, it's better than dying. Okay, done. Pick up anything you dropped. If you dropped an anglerfish as a learner, that's odd because you should have eaten that anglerfish before bloat. Alright, here at Sotetseg, we're gonna explain some things. First we talk about the maze. During the maze, which happens, there's 2 mazes, it's cut up into 3 phases and 2 mazes. The mazes come between the 3 phases. You've all seen this at least once. One person's going to be transported underground. That person's going to show the first row tile, the second row tile, they're going to move left or right, and then they're going to show the third row tile. When they show the third row tile, they're going to wait there for the rest of the team. Yeah. Third row tile, they're going to wait there for the rest of the team until everyone else catches up or says ready. We used to just say ready. I mean, here in this team, I think if you're on there for at least 1 or 2 seconds, we'll be there. Then you're going to send the rest of the maze following the red path using straight lines until you reach the final row. Once you reach the final row, you're going to step out and you indicate where the maze ended by stepping on that last tile. People don't like it if you don't show that last tile because then we don't know if you just DC'd in the middle of the maze or spaced out or what. So show the last tile as a courtesy, please. As you run out, you may be meleeed by Sotetseg, so if you're in Void and it's super squishy, you can pray melee. Other than that, just, yeah. You're gonna choose your positions. I will choose southeast, and we can have another learner, maybe whoever feels like, let me check their inventories, whoever has less food here. They both have food. One learner can go here. Okay, maybe CampRespawn, you can go here. Newt, you can go either northwest or northeast. Which one would you like? Northeast, okay, so he's gonna go there. And then just so you know, your tile pack should show you, but if you want to go safety, you have to go back a tile there. Okay, so some of these adjacent tiles are not necessarily safe tiles. And then that means Inferno will be... Wait, I did my directions wrong. Sorry, northeast is right here. Yeah, you're right. Northeast is right here. Okay, my bad. So that's where Newt is going to be. And then Inferno KC will take the northwest corner. All right, great. So there's going to be autos that the black autos are going to be range, prey range. Red autos are going to be prey mage. And there's going to be a big red ball When that big red ball comes, everyone DD south. You're gonna spec once each phase. Eventually, you'll just have surge potion, so you don't even have to call 1 2 2 3 1 3. You just make your surge potion, guys, whenever you can. It's that little blue thing that you see in my inventory, and then you can spec every phase. Finally, watch out for the player diagonal view, because if there's an orb coming diagonally, then you want to have some advance notice for it. If you are hit, make sure you step back from the boss, brew, restore, super combat, and then get back to hitting the boss. Okay, any questions? No? 1, 2. Okay, no more questions, let's go. So, hit the boss. Stand on the tile that's marked. Turn on Heart Prey if you're following, just in case. You can even put on a P-neck. Remember to show the third tile. You didn't do that, but keep going now. It's too late. Just go. Remember to show the last row. There you go. Yeah, I don't think the third tile was shown there. Maybe you got nervous. So third row tile. In the third phase, at the range, we prefer that you tick eat or attempt to tick eat. So we will not be meeting for the third phase, but for the second phase we will be, so DD South. Just again, it's kind of just easier if you just attempt to tick eat on the third phase. So if you get that big red ball, just step back and then eat when the red ball's about to enter your head and time it with the second head bob of Sotetseg. First. Third. I think you're ready. Go ahead and exit. Make sure you exit directly off the maze going north. Newt got lucky, but you could have taken a lot of damage by exiting while the maze was still active to the left or right. Make sure you're super combated. Alright, that's it. Here at the chest, you're gonna sip and drop your ranging potion. Make sure you drink it and then drop it. You don't need that anymore. You're gonna decant, don't go through the door. You're gonna decant any partials and combine stuff. And you're gonna have at least 4 full prayer thingies, whether that's super restores or prayer pots, and then the rest brews. So if you have extra points after that, you can also bring 1 hard food if you'd like, because it helps with the combo eat for the green ball. But if you have any extras after that, just buy them out as brews and drop them. You never have to ask if anyone needs anything. It's just expected that if you have extras, you'll buy it out for the team and drop it. Yeah, I was taught to explain Xarp in the room as we go, so I'll try to do that even though I'm a little rusty. Are you guys all good? Anyone have points left? Let me double check your inventories here. So Camp has space, and what else? Okay, so you guys have a prayer pot on the ground. You see that? I would pick it up. You don't need any more than 8 doses of super combat. So I will just... I don't know if anyone needs a divine. Oh, Inferno needs a divine. I'm trading you this divine. No. Keep. You want to decant it. The 2 dose with your 1 dose. Now you have a 3 dose divine. Nice. And then I'm gonna pick up this prayer thingy. Good. Okay. Everyone good? Okay, let's go. Alright, we go in. This one also has a timer. Just let the higher KC do it on their timer. It's like a metronome thing that tells us how to minimize room time. I'm just waiting. Items on the floor are invisible to you? I'm confused. I don't know, but we went in, so we started. Go to your corner, cover the exhumes. You're gonna take your hammer out and make sure you're in a corner. Your corner. Just cover the exhumes in your corner. Same corner from Sotetseg will apply to Xarpus and Verzik. Go ahead and hammer once. You can 1-1, which means hammer once, BGS once. And then just go to the outside corner and blowpipe. Every time he spits acid at you, you'll move 2 tiles. No, very outside, Newt. All the way to the wall. Touch the wall. All the way to the wall. And then just go around the room. The tiles that you wanted to use earlier are melee tiles. You don't use those until you're scything. Camp, don't touch the melee tiles, please. Just keep going on the outside. Thanks. You don't actually have to blowpipe Newt. You have a ToB. Use the ToB, my bad. I'm just adapting it for broke learners, but you actually have more than that. Don't drink any supplies in Xarpus. Save them all for Verzik. You'll probably need them. Turn on Heart Prayer so that it will heal you if you need it. Okay, he screeched. Stop attacking. Stop attacking. Go into melee distance. Go into melee distance. Stop attacking. Only attack from the corner that he's not looking at. You can path to the last corner that he was looking at because he will not look there in the same place twice. Oh no! He looked at you, you hit him with a whip, that's why you died. Makes sense, right? If you have surge pots, you can drink and, you know, maybe that lets you claw. Click on the floor in between, yep. It'll be 2-2-1-2-1, so you probably won't get a perfect cycle. That's like a tick efficient thing. But yeah, just get 2 hits if you feel like you were early in the cycle, 1 hit if you feel like you were late. If you're perfect, you can get 2-2-1-2-1, but like, don't worry about that. Also, does anyone have space for my Gothic's Rest back there? Let me see. Hang on. Someone has space. Newt, can you get my Gothic's Rest over there? Or here, just take this Dawnbringer. Yeah, take the Dawnbringer. Wait, someone else? Yeah, he can take that Dawn. Okay, cool. Okay, go ahead. Go through the door. Always make sure someone has the Dawnbringer, and if you're the highest KC'er hosting the raid, just stay next to it until someone picks it up. Alright, so once again, if you remember where you were at Sotetseg and Xarpus, that is still your corner, so one person's home tile is here, and here. Yeah, this is a home tile for Newt right here. Match Inferno KC symmetrically, right? And then back up from your home tile and drop half your brews and half your restores. You want to do it 1 potion per tile. So brew, restore, 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 for example. That way, if you are getting hammered by damage, you can not spam click piles, first of all, because we might need some. Just make sure half your brews are on the ground and half your restores are on the ground. Higher KCers tend to drop it all in one pile. Learners tend to drop it one at a time. So I just prefer that you drop it separately, spread out. Camp, what you doing? Yeah, spread it out. So I want 2 restores on the ground if you have 4. No, you drank them. Oh no. That is now a super restore 3. Okay, well, you get the misclick one. Give us a full one, please. Just in case. Yeah. Can you give us a full one? Thanks. Okay, so let me talk about Verzik. You have marked tiles. There would usually be like videos shown, but you're not 0 KC. You've seen it before, so we're okay. You're gonna go to your home tile at the start of P2. Make sure your settings, audio settings are on. Check your sound effects and area sounds. When you hear the squeaky noise, click the boss, then click back. You want to pop the purple, and you want to deal with crabs. Pop the purple with a poison weapon. During P2, just keep moving. For P1, you're gonna look at the orb order on the top left. Inferno, KC, Newt, myself, and Camp. And then that's the order that we passed the Dawnbringer around, yeah? Okay. So for P1, we're gonna start off here. And I would normally explain this going back and forth, but you've actually already seen it. So you're gonna get 4 whip hits at the start and then 2 ever after, and you're gonna be able to run back and forth like melee 3 times at the start and then or 4 melee 4 times at the start and then 2 ever after. Well, when you have the Dawnbringer, you're gonna spec twice with it. Once again, this is another surge potion opportunity. So the best places to surge potion are either at the end of Maiden if you're skipping, or stacking or skipping. If you're doing something at Maiden that lets you use spec there, you can do that, or you can use it at Bloat. You can also use the second dose at Nylo boss, or you can use it at Sotetseg, right? It depends on the scale, it depends on how fast you're doing the raids. And then you can also use it at Verzik P1, and then finally Verzik P4. So you'll have a 4-dose surge potion put to good use there. Everyone good? You guys come here. Pray mage, but not piety. For learners, later on you will pray piety, but not right now. And then drop the Dawnbringer for Inferno KC. And then spam click the boss. Let's go. You do not have to pot divine, but I do. Newt, pick it up. Newt, pick it up. Spec with it. Run back. Drop it for me. Drop it for me. Drop it for me now. Newt, you're late. Drop it for me now. Wait. Okay. Camp, your turn. Back to Inferno KC. Get off the pillar. That pillar will hug you and get over here. You're still not safe. Eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up. Newt, especially you. Newt, you're gonna take damage. Oh, you only took a 6. Well, stay behind the pillar and eat up if you're not sure. You only hit her when her legs spread out like that. Maybe I should have explained it. Regretting. Well, I'm learning too. Relearning. Yeah, I should have explained it. Okay, so when her legs spread out like that, that's when you go in, get 2 hits, and then come back out. If you're late, just get 1 hit. If you're not DD'd with Inferno, that means you're probably late. So yeah. Okay, after this, we're gonna go to the pillar south, and we're gonna DD there. right here. DD here. And then here you just trident from this spot only. Trident out and Dawnbringer. I got spec. Someone give me spec. Dawnbringer. I'm gonna look through it. Look through. Where's the Dawnbringer? Someone has it. I have spec. You guys left the Dawnbringer over there. Okay, I'm going for it. Okay, I'm specking once and then twice. Nope, I didn't have spec yet. I'm specking one more time.
Careful, pillar.
Careful, pillar. We're
Pillar's
gonna
gonna die
run
next.
south, run south, run south, run south, run south. Eat
I got
if
spec,
you're
I got spec.
yeah, okay. I just noticed that no one had the Dawnbringer was left over there. So Inferno is probably gonna go for a final spec here. Maybe 2. Okay, it's gonna need 1 more to die. Anyone want to go for it? Just know that you will take damage doing this, so get your spec off and hurry up. Be quick about it. Don't cycle, just go for it. It's 35 cost. Get off this pillar. Get off all pillars. Get off all pillars. Get off all pillars. Prey range, go to your home tile, super combat, piety, full HP, and try to relax. When you see the cape flick, that's when you click her. Watch out for crabs. Get away from crabs. They have a 3x3 radius. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Don't run into the crab. You're gonna kill yourself if you run into the crab. Now you're gonna kill someone with a lightning zap. Saved by the bell. Newt, stay above 80 HP. You're gonna die. Camp, same to you. Stay above 80 HP. Just walk around, but stay kind of close to your home tile, but just walk 1 tile at a time. Try not to like pick up all your brews right now. Do not pick up all your brews right now. Those are supposed to be for P3. If you're getting bounced, just watch for the cape flick. If you 80 HP, you're getting bounced too much. You are like 30 KC, so it's time to use the P2 trainer and clean that up a bit. But you should, I know you did 30 KC in 416, so I get it. It's not super great for learning. You need to keep moving, figure out the movement cycle. You need to move earlier, Newt, in the cycle, otherwise you'll get hit. Stay above 80 HP. Off, off, off. Pray mage and hit the red crab twice. And then hit her. Do not hit her during the healing phase, otherwise you'll heal her. So it's the first 2 hits that you land on the red crab. Oh no. You're getting bounced too much. So we're gonna have you do the Verzik P2 trainer and you if you look at mentor chat where I linked you that crabs photo, scroll up above the crabs photo. Open that video. It's just a recorded mentor raid from me like 2 or 3 years ago. In the description, there's a Verzik P2 trainer. Go use that. So you can stop getting bounced. So for crowds, you usually only have to get them to like under 30. And there's plugins to show the health percentage or HP left. If it's a learner, it's not a learner. It might be a learner, depending on how I play. Lol. So it's gonna be 4 autos. And then crabs are gonna come out. I want you to lead your crabs away from the team and take care of them. Inferno's might be setting up for a North Boac, so just know that he's gonna pop crabs up there. Maybe not. So next is webs. I want the learner to go all the way to the outside. And you're gonna try it all the way to the outside of the room. All the way. Do not copy us. You may have to skip Inferno. Next is going to be yellows. Eat up to full. Restore. And then super combat. So if you're wondering how I one tick tank, I'm waiting for the hit splat to get off, and then I click one tile in. This is tornadoes. Get out, run away from your tornado. I had to pass it. Thanks. So claw spec without getting leeched by the tornado. Too many crabs near. Melee chance. Webs, get out. Get out or get in. Heal is intentional at webs. But other than that, do not come in here. Do not web. Drink a stam if you haven't already. Stamina up. Oh no! What are you doing? No, Inferno, that was bad. That was a bad play. Shit. Inferno, that was bad. I think you know why. I'm not gonna diss a WDR mentor. Alright, good. We finished. My bad. Alright, man. That's why I got kicked out of the server. It's fine. You're good. I think I got removed for dissing Pepsi Max when he planked like 4 maidens in a row in a mentor raid. I think that's the real reason, but anyway, it's fine. GZ. That was a good raid, kind of. Okay, it was a very sloppy raid, but it was a good attempt, and that's what learning is about. So, thanks for showing up, and I know I only asked for 30 to 60 minutes for you, so thanks for coming. Yep.